should be going. All right. Put that in the front. Is it working, Mike?
I've not got the notification yet.
It'll probably take a couple seconds.
Oh, I have it now.
All right. It should. You should see a starting screen.
Yeah, I see a starting screen.
All right. So now it should be going to the actual game screen soon. And we'll hope for the
It
best.
sounds so loud compared to you.
I'm loud in it.
No, I'm loud. You are quiet in it.
Oh, all right. I will turn. I'll turn myself up a little bit. Turn you down slightly. All right. All right. Do you see the game screen?
Yes.
All right. So that's good.
I mean, it just popped up as soon as you said that.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. All right. Should I read everything out, or should I just leave it?
I'm still the individual suffering from anxiety or depression may not have a safe experience.
Should I read out the prompts and stuff, or should I just leave it?
Well, actually, that's up to you.
I will read it. Oh, that's where that clicking was. I was confused. I swiped over it. I didn't even notice it, and I got the little bing. This is very not. This is not what I'm used to.
I have to turn you down.
You know what? We're going with it. Actually, you're probably hearing two of me, aren't you?
Yes.
Ah. That must be weird. Hey! I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself.
I hate how I'm not at the part with you.
That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. This is not something I'm good at. Whenever I read, it just kind of like, I just kind of skim it and basically take a guess at what I thought it said. It just kind of doesn't work for me. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. What? Eh! Eh! You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Chad. Oh, what do you think about the name?
It suits you.
Yes. A very suitable name for someone that doesn't know how to read. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. This music is quite loud. Is there a way to fix that? Oh, settings. That sounds a lot better. Oh, but you did wait for me after all. Oh, I think I might already said that. Yeah, it's fine. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Suri. Actually, this is going to be great help for my ACT practice on the reading section.
I can't even tell if it's you talking or it's the video.
Maybe it'd be better to just mute the video. If you
Mute what? The video?
Yeah, if you mute the video, then no, wait, that wouldn't make sense. No. I don't really know how what's the best way to do this. You're going to have to make do.
I could mute you. But then I can't respond to anything.
Yeah, it's going to be like a 5-second delay before you respond. You can do that. It'll
Is
just
there any way you can turn the delay off on the stream?
not that I know of.
Well, then I'm muting you.
All right. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Chad, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. Eh, that's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. How ironic. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a NEET? A NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Alright, Mike, 5-second delay, but what the heck is a NEET? Is that like a... Was that like a hobo? Maybe just a stupid person? I don't know. Alright, well, we're skipping on.
What is it, neat?
Yeah, what the heck is a NEET?
Oh man, the delay is so bad. I have no idea about it.
I'll have to look it up later. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. Alright, we are in school now. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I even know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation. Wait, didn't it just say the school day's over? Why am I looking for motivation to walk back home? Oh, wait a minute. No, I think I know. Yeah, clubs. Sari wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Because of coincidence, I guess. Hello? Sayori? Sari must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd be catching you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Alright. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, Know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah. There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Hold on a second here. Alright, back to it. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well,
What did you say?
live stream. Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. I can imagine the anime. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. Oops. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. She's a bully. She's being mean to me. I think I need to kick her out of the club. Because I'm going to become the president. I'm going to take over this club. Ah, Chad, what a nice surprise. Oh yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. All right, here we go. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. All right. You are short. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. How much you want to bet she's a fourth? She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she's. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy, and this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. All right. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica. Is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Chad. Monica... Whoa! What the heck? Monica's getting ready to go off to the races. She's gonna bolt for the door. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Well, she's athletic, alright, because she's making a bolt for that door. I mean, she just got to a stance in half a second. Basically, completely out of my league. Alright. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... you too, Monica. Come sit down, Chad. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. And how about I make some tea as well? That seems so suitably sophisticated. It just makes so much sense for her to say that. That's probably why they did that. It feels like, oh crap, what's her name? Sayori. It feels like Sayori might get, like, just tossed around in this club despite being the vice president. Just kind of gets pushed around. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. For some reason I thought that said weapon instead of wrapped. Alright. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Oh! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. Ah, boo! Should be dogs. Dogs are better. You agree, Mike? You agree, yeah. That's it. That's correct. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around with my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Am I pronouncing that right? Natsuki? I want to say that's correct. If I don't know the Japanese stuff. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I heard this somewhere before. Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Suri said, well, maybe, but not for you, you know. Dummy. Alright. I gave up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismissed the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? That's true. She just keeps a tea set in here. It seems kind of disgusting, really. I mean, that thing's probably gets dirty a lot faster than like anything else, really. Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. Yeah, the teacher doesn't, like, control dust or grime or anything like that. I doubt she cleans anything. You know, this classroom does look spotless. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. Okay. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. It sounds like an ad. As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Sounds like an ad, right? It's not like the normal talking. It's like trying to sell it. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club, the debate club last year? Well, you know, a stupid stance again. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. And I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. Must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Very suiting. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Chad, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. What a terrible answer. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. Oh? It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Well, just a hunch, but I think Natsuki might like manga. Not much of a reader, I guess. Oh, shut up. I'm now going to stand by this answer. Manga is the greatest book ever. Never read manga, but it is the greatest. You can trust me on that. Mike agrees too. He's nodding his head right now. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad face. Sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. That is actually pretty good. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. What? Where did that come from? That's not at all what I was expecting. I was expecting I don't know, the kind of novels where you got like apocalyptic like events happening where everything's going crazy and you build up the story, and not a horror novel. I mean, I don't know. Maybe they do a good job. I've just never read one. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. Yep, that is minimal. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Well, it doesn't make you look at the world in a good light. You probably want to start murdering everybody after you read a horror novel. Ugh, I hate horror. I'm kind of with Natsuki on this one. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Oh, she's not going to be happy about that. Yep, there we go. Or, actually, is that... That seems more like embarrassment, actually. What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud. And give that back. Okay, yeah, she isn't happy, never mind. Fine. Your cupcakes are... Wait, what? Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Alright. Sayori slides up eyeing Natsuki and pulls her hands on her shoulders. What? Pulls her hands... Oh, puts her hands on... Okay, that makes a little more sense. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Appropriate response. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a confident writer yet. I understand now how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. Trembling in her boots. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. It's kind of how I feel right now. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. just slides in. Alright. Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Chad? Never said I was a member. Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Yep, I'm not a member. Oh wait, sorry. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Saria might have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and this is not going to receive a. It's not going to be positively received. They're just going to start beating me until I join their club. I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. I'm screwed. But I'm sorry, I thought. Yep, yeah. Chad. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, this is a little bit of... Alright, we'll stick to it. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Yeah! One by one the girls' eyes light up. Yep. Yes, I'm so happy. Saria wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super angry. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess? Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Chad, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety... Ooh, that's bad. I already feel the anxiety... Oh, crap. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Chad, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sarah and I never walk home together anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Oh, crap, that's bad. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances and make sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Alright, I gotta... Alright, so... Alright, I gotta try and fix this. That should do. Alright, looks like I just can't use that anymore. So Mike, what do you think about it so far? How do you think things are going? All right. We'll go back to the game. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. I think I'm going to go for Natsuki. I think...
Yeah, that is the right choice, Bao.
Natsuki?
Yeah, Natsuki is my favorite.
Yeah, I think she's my favorite as well. What the heck would Natsuki like? I think it'd probably be... I have no clue. I'm gonna go with color. Crap. She feels like...
Skirt, I think.
She feels like an in-between of Yuri and Sayori. Pink? She's pink. Yeah, alright, got it. I'm gonna go kitty. Yeah, she did cats. Fluffy? Oh yeah, I'm on a roll. But how do you think the first part went though, Mike? Good, bad? Like a rating of 1 to 10.
The first part of what?
Just kind of like up until this point. Do I need to read faster?
No. It'd be better if there was a delay.
If there, yeah, wasn't a delay. I'm gonna have to check that next time.
Because I feel like I can't, like, do anything. Like, I can't add anything to the story or anything like that.
You can't add anything to the story?
Well, not to this story. But I can't add anything onto what you're saying, or I can't respond to you at all.
Yeah. It does make it kind of difficult. I'm probably gonna... I don't want to do that now. It just kind of wastes time, I think. Oh, out of 20. I gotta get working. Jumpy. Yep. Joy's not it. Bliss. Crap. Hop. Yep, got it. I wonder which one this one's for. Clouds? Yes. Cheeks. Yep. Bed? What would that be? Okay, her. Love? Her. Crap. Yep, there we go. Got it. Twirl? Yeah! Alright, so I'm pretty sure I got Natsuki. I think I got mostly her. Hi again, Chad. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Ha 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 ha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Chad. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. It's a club. It's way too overwhelming. Clubs are meant to be burned and destroyed. Unless there's enough cute girls. Logic. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Shut up, Natsuki. Sari told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just to come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. That just seems rude. I mean, she was being rude to me, but like... It's just... Don't be rude. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Isn't manga like kind of like Japanese comics?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. I know my stuff. I'm skilled in the art of manga.
Anime is based off of manga.
Okay. Okay. Anime as in like TV shows, right? Or just all like
Anime as in anime.
All right,
I don't know what you mean.
I'm gonna have to learn this. I'm so out of my element here. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Chad always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. That's why I gave it my worst. He helps me with busy work without even asking me. Or without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Of course. I am the greatest, after all. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Chad can become good friends too. Just, I feel like when you're talking with Sayori, you just kind of set yourself up right there. Sayori. Just an awkward situation right here. And Sayori has absolutely no clue. As usual, Sayori seems completely oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know. That reading's not my strong suit. Wait, Sayori? Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. I don't know what's going on here. I'm very confused. I think Yuri has a gift for me. And Sayori is trying to make her give it to me, but she doesn't want to because she's embarrassed. Am I spot on with that?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have no clue either?
I'm not even at that part yet.
Well, ooh, that's not a good feeling. Once you get there, tell me if you got any clue as to what was happening. Wait, actually, how bad is the delay on this?
It is terrible for me.
This is like a 30-second delay. I'm really gonna need to find a way to fix this. And I'm also gonna have to find a way to fix my remote, because I can't actually control the stream from my iPad anymore because it decided that it wanted to just like freeze up on me, and now it won't let me connect back, so everything's all screwed up. What is it? Never mind. Siri made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry. Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place, so any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. That was excellent. That was impressive de-escalation right there. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it shouldn't keep your It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sari and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Waiting for this chance. Sounds like she just wants somebody to get murdered. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. She's looking for her manga, isn't she? Ugh. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. Music change. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica. I like Natsuki. She's more my style. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Ah, sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. Actually, I can't speak. I don't even know what I'm talking about. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hands. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I wouldn't know, because I don't get books. My bookshelf fits 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 books. 14 books, and I think, like, I don't know, maybe 7 of them are just, like, crap, what's it called? Instruction manuals. And then I got, like, an art portfolio. No, 3 art portfolios. I only have, like, 4 books. I know that feel. Is that supposed to be saying I know that feeling? I know that feeling.
You just know that feel.
I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? I don't know what parfait means, if I'm being honest. It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. That's an amazing response. I like that. I might need to use that sometime. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna use that sometime. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. Everyone always judges. No matter what, you're gonna judge. You can say that you won't. You can try your best not to, but no matter what, you're going to judge and you're going to come up with an opinion. It's inevitable. It's going to happen. Maybe it'll be good, maybe it'll be bad. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Chad. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ah! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. What, am I just reading Doki Doki Literature Club? It's exceedingly Mo. Don't just stand there. Oh, ah! Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall, beneath the windowsill. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Eh? Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Alright? Don't just say that. Don't make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arm and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? Oh wait, no. I don't know these from each other. You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like about a bunch of friends in high school. Like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. That's true. Obviously there's going to be a plot. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessing with the guy at the ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like when they get into all their backstories and when some of the romance starts to happen. That's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I like these sound effects. They're so bad, it makes it funny for me. I just meant that I haven't seen you at your full potential. Good save. Ah, this chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I happened to get to the baking around the same time I got this manga. Like I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Idiot. I feel bad for anyone that impressionable. Aha! Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? You can judge. You can judge all you want. There's no avoiding it. Judge for the better, though. Oh, where did this come from? What's going on? I mean, the camera angle switch? Why didn't this happen earlier? We read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. This is true. You can do something really boring as long as you're doing it with somebody that you care about. It's way better. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry? Like I could ever get my friends to read this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh? You still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. Golf clap. Yeah. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. Oh, that is not something good to say. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Did I just save it? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I saved it. I saved it somehow. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. I used to save here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? Silence. So? Aha! Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly Natsuki starts laughing. What? What the heck just happened? Alright. Ah! I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. I don't see why I keep getting pulls and puts mixed up. Minori is my favorite character. Minori? Crap, what's Monica? Sayori? I'm just reading a mixed up Doki Doki Literature Club. That's all I'm doing. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Huh? I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling you get when connected with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself. Okay, everyone. I'm imagining like a drill sergeant. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Yeah? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish it. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. Oh, okay. That was quite harsh. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. Might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Just read the book. Just read the book. You got a better chance of, like, having some fun if you just read the book. But I suppose that's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. There you go. You figured it out. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? That's true. She said she'd kill you. Or kill me. I don't know. I'll have to pick. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book in my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sari and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sari is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. I don't like this music. Who should I show my poem to first? Well, I wonder who could it... Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her if I shared mine with her first. Hello, Natsuki. Huh? Okay, well, let's start the things I don't like. Let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Eh? Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I will take that as a compliment. I hope you're happy. I quite am. Oh dear. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Ugh. Or that's ugh. Ugh. I don't know. Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. Okay, so it is the ugh. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that you like my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Grr. Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. Huh. Horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. True. I mean, this is still a much better poem than I'd ever be able to make. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. That is very sad. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? I did not expect her to be the youngest. Normally the, short, youngest looking anime girls are actually 5,000 years old. Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? I'm showing it to Sayori. This is a good poem, Chad. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. It's not that good. Am I the kind of guy who would be writing poems in his spare time? I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just to see you wrote one. Just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the clubroom. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Chad. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know. Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sari. I'm not sure if Sari sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Oh crap, what'd I click? Now you'll read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? My goodness. I look above, the sky's blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Oh, are you trusting me? I read that wrong. Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? Whew. Wait, how do I skip it? Oh, that the button wasn't showing up this time. Sorry. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school. It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess that there's no point in arguing. Ugh. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Monica freaks me out. She's just like she's just weird. Unsettling, basically. She's just like, wah, and gets into a sprint stance at the moment's notice. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. just speaking in her head or something. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. I guessed that I did read that correctly, alright. Ah, so it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. That's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new readers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form-fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself or me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamingly as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. Alright. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. I think that says bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining street light to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. This seems like a very... This poem seems like it has undertones. Or it could just be extremely straightforward. I'm thinking too much into it. Air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I like that last part. That's very nice. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? Yeah, she was writing in like perfect cursive. I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. Oh, is that not cursive? Is that called something else? Or is it called script? I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Yeah? That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Very valid question. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Chad. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. No, you just said that I was looking at it for way too long. I did not just glance over it. I examined that crap. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought about that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? I have no clue. Who could I possibly show this poem to next? I think I might have to go with Monica here. Hi, Chad. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Chad. Actually, wait, oh wait, no, she's standing straight up. Never mind. It looked like she was like in a sprint position, like her legs were just spread out, ready to go. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Chad. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expect. Take that back. Take that back. What the heck is that? Take it back. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take it as a compliment. It's like a uncomfortable laugh. If you say so. Yep. I do say so. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Is he German? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad, and sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they've been written for kids, but if you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anybody. Is this supposed to be, what's his name? The guy that did, like, Green Eggs and Ham, and Norton Who, or whatever the heck it's called.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr. Seuss, that's what it is. It's a little late. My brain's not functioning correctly right now. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Funny thing. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's just because I have to sound confident. Doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend. I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. Oh dear. Did a baseball just go through the wall or something? I don't know. That this is a weird one. I like Natsuki's poem better. The simplicity is a lot better. So, what do you think? It's a very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this: if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Now, if you move your hand and go with the flow, and you have no thought process before that, all you're going to be left with is a paper with a bunch of scribbles on it. So this is actually not the greatest advice. That's my advice for today. Yeah, your advice sucks. You should never give any more. Thanks for listening. What? Wait, what? That was a little weird. Alright. I think that might need to be where I leave off for now. I'll have